Welcome guys to my channel. My name is Kalambai. I'm an entrepreneur. Welcome to Fruitful Investment Strategies. And today I'm going to talk about the economy of war. Did you know that most countries in the West, they benefit a lot from wars? Or did you know that most people also benefit in real estate when things are not going well in many other families? I'm going to explain that. When there is war in Africa, when there is war in the Middle East, when there is war elsewhere, there is a high demand of weapons. Countries need weapons, rebels need weapons, and those countries which are real producing weapons, they win a lot from that. Because once there is a need of weapons, there is also a high rise in prices. And these companies, these rich nations, they increase the price and they provide these weapons to all the partners. They fight. Whosoever wins is going to pay for all their costs. That's how it works. That's how it works. The winner takes it all. But who is the winner after all? Is the one who's providing support. You can see, for example, in Ukraine, there is a really high support for billions of dollars for that country to win the war against Russia, which is understandable because America has a great benefit, has a great interest in winning it. And that will produce money. What happens meanwhile to the American economy? Did you realize that American economy is really coming back? How? It has created more jobs in these recent days. Why? Because there is war in Europe and there is more demand in Europe. There is more demand, let's say, of oil, of gas, of weapons in Ukraine, of energy. So the more demand there is, the more benefitable it is for America, because it is the only supplier for these things for Europe. Why? Because they have cut Russia out, which is the greatest producers of oil and gas. Now America is using LNG, and LNG is coming from the United States. So you see, that's really economy of war, and America is gaining a big chunk of it. I'm not saying Russia is not gaining, because Russia is turned as well to China, and they are also gaining a big chunk of it. You see, the thing is, the people who suffer, they are the people who are at war. Hey, in marriages, when people, husband and wife, start fighting one another and they want to really create a divorce, and then they want to sell a house, do you know who wins? It's the buyer, because everybody is rushing out to go out and to have money, and there is panic. Yes, whenever there is panic, you can have a big chunk of money from that. You can benefit from it. Did you know that even the most luxurious houses which there is, if that house just starts scrambling a bit and the owner does not have, there is an economic war, which means he does not have money to repair it, he's rushing to sell it. That's where you make most money. Look where there is war, where there is things which are not working well. It's the place that you can make most money. And they tell you that Africa is bad? No, I tell you that Africa is the richest continent and yet the very best continent to invest in. Why? Because the mentality of the economy of war is still driving on there. The more you invest in Africa, you can even have results 100 times more than what you can have in any European nation, even than what you can have in any American state. So that economic of war, if you can apply it in every section, you'll have. Do you know that most billionaires, they make money when things are not going well? Do you know that most people made money in times of COVID-19? Yes, most people made money in times of COVID-19. Why? Because of the economy of war. When China and the United States were fighting over each other, when actually there was everything was disturbed, delivery system were disturbed, people were coming up with new ideas. Houses were crumbling and people were shopping real estate. That was the time. Did you realize that just after COVID-19, houses went up? Why? Because of the economy of war. If you can know what to do in the economy of war, you can be a great winner of the situation. Because winners will always come when there is war. And success is there for those that can benefit from the war. Hey, did you know that in World War II, those who won the war, they are the ones who are ruling the world today? Why? Because of the economy of war. And America became the richest nation on earth. Why? Because of the economy of war. It could sell weapons, it could sell food, it could give the martial law, it could provide credit to Europe. Why? It knew its benefits in the case. So as long as you know these principles can help you to gain more. You know, I really would encourage people to go and start buying land in Africa. Why? Because that principle is still applied. There is the economy of war. People are really, really in bad shape, some of them. I'm not saying all. But this is the time to go and buy land and to start investing. Start investing in the land. Wherever you are, if you really look at these practices where people are really struggling, that is the time for you to win out of that struggle, out of that situation. If you have your blood down, you can go and get it and win. But if you do not take advantage of this situation, because most of the time you have to take advantage of every situation that you see. And the more you take advantage of it, the more you become a winner. In this, you have to look at opportunities and you have to win from them, and you have to become successful through them. So look at this opportunity. Where do you see wars going on? What do you see? What can you do in that situation to benefit? And in most investors, they look at the statistics of marriages, of divorces. That's why they invest. For example, for me, real estate, I was looking at where you have most divorces in the place that I'm investing. Because when there is separation, a woman goes and a man goes, they are all both looking for a house to rent. That's the economic of war. Once you understand that principle, you become the greatest winner there is. Thank you. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe and share this video. And let me know down in the comment what you think about it. Let us have a conversation down below. Thank you and see you on the next one.